How do you pronounce your last name? You have no voice. She has a lung infection. That's what she messaged you. And now she says, I'm about to pass out. Call an ambulance if you're in dire straits. What town are you in? Are you in Augusta?
I usually like to give people the benefit of the doubt when they've earned it. I'm not sure this lady has, given her list of continuances and excellent timing on collapsing in court after sitting patiently on the call for 90 minutes. You tell me in the comments, is she faking or for real? What's wrong?
Steffens, Candace Steffens on the record in BU 2024 TR 3251, State of Kansas versus Candace Ronell Steffens or Stevens, Jared Regier for the state. Defendant in person. If you'd start your audio, do you pronounce it Steffens or Stevens? How do you pronounce your last name? You have no voice? You can't speak? What is it, laryngitis or something in your throat? But you can hear me okay. All right. Well, I'm going to find that the defendant does appear, although she doesn't have a voice to speak today. Is this just a temporary thing? Is it something that just came on you? You've had it forever? All right. Mr. Regier, your recommendations, you want to set this over or try to proceed?
Your Honor, the state would be objecting to any additional continuances. This is a case which has been previously set for bench trial on 2 prior occasions. It would appear at both settings the matter was continued at the request of the defense. At the last hearing, the state, based off state's information, argued against any additional continuances in this matter, and the state would rather adopt a similar position today.
All right. Well, I'm going to run over the history of the case. April 29th, 2025, Zoom codes were sent to the defendant through the email. April 30th of 25, defendant wished to set the case for bench trial when she was here. Our next hearing was set for bench trial June 25th at 1:30. She was advised she could look into diversion and see if she qualified. June 23rd, Zoom codes were emailed. June 25th, the defendant appeared and asked for continuance to August 27 to obtain a motion of discovery, and the judge granted the motion. July 7th, the date was continued to the defendant. Looks like faxed a form requesting body cam and dash cam footage of traffic infrastructure. The clerk tried to call the defendant but got her voicemail, explained the body cam and dash cam footage is not something that the Butler County District Court clerks would have, that she needed to contact the agency that issued her ticket, and reminded her of the bench trial that was set for August 13th of 2025. August 2025, the Zoom codes were sent to her for that day's hearing. For the 28th, let me see if I read that. Okay, August 28th, the defendant was present, as was Mr. Regier, before Judge Murphin. And at that time, she apparently decided she wanted to ask for counsel, and Judge Murphin sent it over to give her time to get counsel. And there was a clerk's note that this case the state will hit this up in Topeka for suspension if the due date is not updated pending the outcome of the bench trial on 11/17. So today is set for bench trial again, and if we don't get an outcome, Topeka is going to suspend her license. Is that right, Jim?
Your Honor, the state's information is that the current site is set for control purposes.
Yeah, so let me back up.
Having previously been set for bench trial on 2 occasions, and with the defendant requesting continuances on both those occasions.
Well, I show that the bench trial was continued. There again is some confusion. She continued her bench trial, and that motion was granted, but she was put on the docket this morning, probably to give the state a chance to see if it really needed its witnesses. So, Miss Stevens, I can't just keep continuing this for reason after reason. Do you have an attorney, Miss Stevens? I couldn't tell which way you nodded your head. Do you have an attorney? Thumbs up if you do. Thumbs down if you don't. There, I saw you shake your head very definitely no. You've been motioning me, trying to tell me you've lost your voice. Have you been to a doctor? Now you're sending me a chat that says I would have to explain. Are you asking for another continuance, Miss Stevens?
Your Honor, I did get a chat stating she has a lung infection.
She has a lung infection, is what she messaged you. And now she says I'm about to pass out. That's a message she just sent me. Mr. Regier, recommendations.
Your Honor, I am, again, the state does have concerns with continuing this matter out yet again. I have seen no documentation as to the defendant's current situation, so I cannot speak as to that.
All right, Ms. Stevens, I'm going to give you your continuance, but you must get me a doctor's note with today's date that he has seen you today, even if you have to go to an emergency room, confirming that you are as sick as you're saying, that you cannot talk. And if you don't do that, I'm going to find you probably in contempt of court, which can be punishable by jail time and by fine or fine. So if you're that sick that you're going to pass out, get to the doctor, get to the emergency room, and get me confirmation. Get him or her at the emergency room to send me confirmation, and he can send it to the clerk of the district court in your case number. Get some family members, get a friend, get some help. Call an ambulance if you're in dire straits. So I'm gonna set this over. I'm gonna give you a new date. I'm gonna set it back on the trial docket. So Jen, when's our next available trial docket?
Bench trial would be January 14th at 1:30.
January, say that again, please.
January 14th of 26 at 1:30.
All right, Ms. Stevens, be back here January 24th, 26 at 1:30. And we're going to go to trial, or you're going to enter a plea. But I'm going to have, and I want that doctor's note by the end of the week. All right. Do you need me to call you an ambulance? Are you sure? Do you have anyone there with you? Are you able to call? How are you going to call an ambulance if you can't talk? What town are you in? Well, I'm not going to leave you there passing out when you need medical attention, Miss Stevens. What town are you in? Are you in Augusta? Does anybody know where she is now? Her phone has stopped and she looked like she was falling. So can we figure out where she is, anyone, and send an ambulance?
Just to let you know, we have officers at her house right now checking on her.
Excellent. I'm so grateful that they're checking on her. Thank you. All right. And that was Miss Stevens or Steffens in Ark City. All right. We are back on the record in BU 2025 CR 300, State of Kansas versus Roshana Rolane Collins. Jared Regier still for the state, Darren Patterson still for the defendant, who also appears in person, all via Zoom from separate locations. Mr. Patterson, do you have any announcements on behalf of your client at this time?
Judge, I hadn't already said it again. My client is going to enter a plea of guilty from count 2, driving under the influence of alcohol, class A, non-person misdemeanor, 3rd. I believe state would agree to dismiss count 1.
Mr. Regier, is that your position?
Your Honor, upon successful entry of a plea as charged, count 2, DUI, a class A misdemeanor, the state would so move to dismiss count 1.
All right, I'm going to take a recess in Collins. I see Candace Stevens is back and on her feet. Candace Stevens, are you going to join us? Do you have an officer there?
The ambulance is here right now, checking her out.
All right. I'm going to I see she turned her camera back on for Zoom court, which I just wanted to see if there was anything we needed to do. Is that the ambulance attendant speaking?
Oh, no, this is her daughter.
Oh, you're her daughter. I thought she said she was home alone. Okay.
Oh, because I'm usually in my room and I have a sleeping baby during this time.
Okay. What's your name, please?
Keyshawn Ratcliffe.
We are back on the record again.
She can't talk still, though.
Okay, just a moment. We are back on the record in BU 2024 TR 3251, State of Kansas versus Candace Ronell Stevens. Jared Regier still appearing for the state. The defendant still not at the hearing, but we have been joined. Her phone came back on, and we've been joined by a young lady representing herself as Candace Ronell Stevens' daughter. And what did you tell me your name was, please?
Keyshawn Ratcliffe. Hey, Tyler.
All right, and EMS is with her now, checking her out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, would you please tell her that her hearing has been continued to January 21st at 1:30? And if she needs,
21st, I have to write it on our whiteboard.
sure. Okay.
January 21st at 1:30.
Yes, 2026 at 1:30.
All right.
And if she needs to apply for a court-appointed attorney, she needs to contact the clerk to get the application.
Your Honor, with all respect, this is a case that appears to involve one alleged infraction.
She won't be entitled to apply for attorney then, because it's an infraction without guilt. She can still hire one if she wishes.
And Your Honor, in light of this, does the court still wish my office to file an appropriate notice of hearing?
Yes, I think so. Please, for bench trial. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to close the hearing. You may go. Was it Miss Ratcliffe? Was that your name?
Ratcliffe.
Ratcliffe, how's that spelled?
Ratzloff.
What was your first name, please?
Keishawna, and that's pronounced Keishano.
Okay. Well, we sure wish your mom the best there and hope she gets well soon.
Thank you.
All well too. Thank you. Now you may go. You may shut off the phone. Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from a defendant who selected the Choose Your Own Disaster box on his probation intake. He completed the victim impact panel, but he blew off Judge McNally in every other way possible. Now he's in court trying to talk his way out of gravity, but that ain't working.
Your appearance?
Dion Petit, 82378 on behalf of Mr. Auguster. Mr. Auguster, state your full name for the court if you haven't already.
Which one? Derek Auguster Ali.
I believe this is part of the March 223 show cause. Failure to attend the scheduled probation visit on March 2nd of 23. Failure to register for, attend, and complete alcohol education program level 2, and failure to pay fines and costs. Balance $12.50, although I will acknowledge there was a garnishment. I'll check on that momentarily. Count 4, that he failed to enroll in monthly chemical testing as ordered on February 6th of 23, and count 5, that he failed to provide proof of completing 8 hours of community service by February 10 of 23. How is he going to proceed on these, counsel?
So, Your Honor, the failure to report he would plead guilty on, he indicated to me that he has a certificate at home for the alcohol education. And as Your Honor already stated, he had a tax intercept for $1,200, so there should only be $50.
Okay, so let's start with the alcohol education program. The charge is failure to register for a 10 incomplete. I need proof he doesn't get to keep it in his drawer somewhere. So does he want a hearing on that? If he does, that's fine.
Yes, because
Okay, let's bring in Emily Tessino, John. All right, so he's going to plead to count 1. What about count 4 and 5?
Completed.
Hang on, sir. Hang on. Listen, let your lawyer talk right now. You like to ignore courts. We're going to put a star on your forehead.
So, Your Honor,
Yes.
count for the 8 hours of community service.
No, wait a minute. Hang on. This is the March 2 of 23. He's got 5 charges. Count 4 is failure to enroll in monthly chemical testing is ordered on February 6 of 23. Count 5 is failure to provide proof of completing 8 hours of community service by February 10 of 23. What's he going to do on those?
Your Honor, he would have to plead guilty with an explanation.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
I completed the 8 hours of community.
Hang on.
Yes, sir.
Your lawyer just told me you're going to plead guilty as to counts 1, 4, and 5. We're going to take up the issue of the fines and costs on count 3, and that you're telling her that you completed the alcohol education program. So we're going to have a hearing on that. If you want to have just listen. Do you want to have a hearing on counts 4 and 5, failure to enroll in monthly chemical testing as ordered on February 6 of 23? If you do, no problem.
Mr. Augusta, understand you have to provide proof to the court of everything that you completed. Do you have that proof?
I'll have to once
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this easy. We're going to enter a not guilty plea on all of those. And as soon as Ms. Tessino comes in, I'll take testimony and you'll have the right to testify or remain silent if you so choose. And we will go from there. Okay, so I'm entering a not guilty plea. Did you call her, John?
Call her. Trying to find the file.
Because the file's old. Because the defendant doesn't like to show up. He's got other warrants out too. So we'll wait. Detective, just bear with us. I'm going to go on to another case. It should not be long.
Okay, thank you.
Recalling Dat Juan Derek Auguster Ali, 22B 140857A. All right, Ms. Tessino, your name again? Mr. Auguster, your name?
Juan Derek Auguster Ali.
Ms. Patillo?
Deanne Patillo, P82378, on behalf of Mr. Augusta Ali.
Detective, your name, sir?
Detective Plath, Brownstone Township Police Department.
So we are dealing just because he doesn't like to show up. He doesn't.
File, I'll be honest, I didn't know what you needed it for.
Well, he's in custody from a 5-count arraignment on a probation violation, 5-count charge, I should say, that's dated March the 2nd. He was supposed to be here March 16 of 23, and he didn't show up. So I'm going to ask you to go get that file. No, Ali is the last name. Auguster Ali is the last. So I've entered a not guilty plea form. People against Dat Juan Derek Auguster Ali. 22B 140857A. Your name again, sir?
Juan Derek Auguster Ali.
Ms. Patillo, your name?
Deanne Patillo, P82378, on behalf of Mr. Augusta Ali.
Ms. Tessino, your name?
I'm Liz Tessino.
Raise your right hand, Ms. Tessino. So we're going to proceed on all of these. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I have had no contact with Mr. Ali since March of 2023. I just kind of flipping through the file. I do have proof that he completed the victim impact panel. But beyond that, it doesn't look like he completed anything else. He never enrolled for the class with PERS. Morning, Ms. Patillo. And he never reported for testing to even enroll, but he never tested positive for babies.
All right. And he did not provide proof. Let me just go through. And you don't have proof that he completed the alcohol treatment program, correct? The alcohol education program?
Alcohol education. I just want to flip back because I do have proof of 8 hours, but it looks like you. Trying to see if you gave additional on. So I have proof of 8 hours that you ordered at sentencing, but I do not have proof of the 8 hours that you ordered as a result of a violation on October 11th of 22.
All right.
Hearing this morning.
And he didn't show up for chemical testing on February 6th of 23. And he didn't provide proof of completing the 8 hours of community service by February 10th of 23. And he didn't pay his fines and costs as he was ordered to. And he didn't provide proof of attending and completing an alcohol education program level 2, correct? He didn't appear for probation on March 2 of 23 with his appointment with you, correct?
Correct.
All right. Any questions of her, Ms. Patillo?
Yes, Mr. Augusta Ali, do you have a certificate at home showing that you completed the alcohol education?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and in terms of the chemical testing, did you register?
No, ma'am. But I told you I got my rehab certificate and everything for completing rehab.
But did you register for the chemical testing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and in terms of your fines and costs, was there a tax intercept for $1,200?
It was between $100, $200, $1,200, or it was $975 to $1,200. I got the paper at home receipt from Woodhaven Court.
So you still have a balance that you need to pay?
Yeah, I believe so. Probably like $100 or $200.
Okay, and then did you report to probation for a probation visit on March 2nd, 2023?
I had so many deaths in the family, I couldn't really tell you. I told you I take care of my grandparents and everything, so I really don't remember.
So if you did fail to appear, was it because you had some family issues? Okay, Your Honor, I don't have any further questions.
Your tax garnishment was issued sometime around May of this year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever call when your grandparents had this issue on March 2nd and schedule your appointment?
I could take full accountability. It's all on me. It's my.
Wait a minute. Did I swear him in? Did I swear him in?
I don't think so, Your Honor.
I don't either. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury. Put your hand up, sir. If he's going to testify, you want him to testify, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you God. Yes or no, sir? So you can put your hand down. So you're telling me you went to the alcohol education program?
No, I didn't. I didn't say I completed the assessment.
And you're telling me that your grandparents were ill on March the 2nd of 23, which is why you didn't report.
Been ill for years, yes, sir.
And you're telling, hang on, just let me finish. And you didn't pay your fines and costs as you were ordered to, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm correct?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't provide proof of completing your 8 hours community service by February 10 of 23, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't enroll in monthly chemical testing as ordered on February 6 of 23, correct?
Yes,
I'm right?
yes, sir.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Any argument? Any other questions of him, Ms. Patillo? I'm sorry, Ms. Tassino?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any other questions of him, Ms. Patillo?
No, Your Honor.
Hello?
Wait 1 second, man. All right. Any argument at all, Ms. Patillo?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Augusta Ali did indicate to me that he's had some deaths in the family. His grandparents are ill and he does care for them. He is employed at Bruce. He's been employed there for about a month, but prior to that, he was employed at Tech for 3 years. He doesn't have any children. I understand that there are other outstanding warrants, Your Honor. So in terms of the probation, I don't know if the court is going to close the probation out with time served. I would just ask, whatever the court does do, take into consideration he was employed.
He's been served 10 days.
Wow.
He's served.
Anything else you want to say, sir? You count the number of days, please. Anything?
I was just trying to see if I could do like house arrest or like an alcohol tether or whatever, because I completed probation and everything. I just need to be there for my grandparents and just make sure that they're all right. That's all. Yeah.
Mr.
It looks like he would have gave him a 1-day jail credit, I'm assuming, with the night he served when he got arrested. And then he has a 4-day, well, technically, he has 2 days jail credit for court work, 1 credit for community service day, and then you gave him 10 days.
On top of those?
Yeah, on top of those, you
So he
gave.
served 14 days. When was he picked up, detective?
Your Honor, he was brought in and stated the 12th today.
Where were you picked up, sir?
The Livonia traffic stop. My buddy was driving. We were just getting off of work, and I was just being honest and gave the officer my first and last name, and that's why I'm here now.
You went out and got another zero tolerance drunk driving, so to speak, as a minor right after this, after you failed to show up. That's bad.
That's bad.
Let me just finish. You don't get to do this. You don't get to do this. You got warrants out for your arrest. Let's see. 1 out of Southgate, 1 out of Westland, 1 out of Mount Pleasant, 1 out of Taylor, another out of Taylor, and another out of Taylor. I don't know what you're thinking, sir. How old are you now?
I just turned 22.
You better reevaluate, because you probably got, if you take care of yourself at all, another 55, 65 years. If you're going to go through your life acting like a criminal, it's going to cost you. I don't know why anyone would think at any time that they don't have to show up for a court date. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we've gotten to the point where people think it's a voluntary appearance. You made no effort here, and then you went out and committed another crime. Probation's revoked. You're to pay costs of $175 and serve 93 days, credit 15 for 78. If you pay $175, I will suspend 48 of the 78, and you'll only have to serve 30. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. You pay $175, you'll be out in 30. Otherwise, sir, you're going to be in there for 78. You have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you.